Good afternoon, children. A very good afternoon to all of you. Today, we are going to start recitation of a new poem. A poem which you all are going to find in your main course book. So, this is your main course book. Let me show you all. Just see here. Hope you all are familiar with this book. Ace with Aster of class 7. So here in this book today, we are going to start a new chapter, a wonderful poem written by our poet John Hay. We are going to go for recitation of the poem today, and tomorrow or the next day of the class, we all are going to recite the poem together also, and we are going to go for an explanation of the poem also. Okay? So here see which is the poem we are going to start today. It's a wonderful poem. The name of the poem is The Enchanted Shirt. Here we are going to find how a king is going to feel himself sick and later he gets well. And this is a wonderful poem written by John Hay. Okay, now let's go for the recitation of the poem. Hope you all are going to enjoy, and then we are going to go for a thorough explanation of the poem. Okay. The Enchanted Shirt, written by John Hay. The king was sick, his cheeks were red, and his eye was clear and bright. He ate and drank with a kingly jest, and peacefully snored at night. But he said he was sick, and a king should know, and doctors came by the score. They did not cure him. He cut off their heads and sent to the schools for more. At last two famous doctors came, and one was as poor as a rat. He had passed his life in studious toil and never found time to grow fat. The other had never looked in a book. His patients gave him no trouble. If they recovered, they paid him well, and if they died, their heirs paid double. Together they looked at the royal tongue as the king on his couch reclined. In succession they thumbed his august chest, but no trace of disease could find. He pensively rubbed his sagacious nose, and thus his prescription ran: King will be well if he sleeps one night in the shirt of a happy man. Wide over the rim the courtiers rode, and fast their horses ran. And many they saw, to many they spoke, but they found no happy man. They found poor men who would fain be rich, and rich who thought they were poor, and men who twisted their waists in stays, and women that shod hose wore. At last they came to a village gate. A beggar lay whistling there. He whistled and sang and laughed and rolled on the grass in the soft June air. The weary courtiers paused and looked at the scamp so blithe and gay. And one of them said, Heaven save you, friend, you seem to be happy today. Oh yes, faces, the rascal laughed, and his voice rang free and glad. An idle man has so much to do that he never has time to be sad. This is our man, the courtier said. our luck has laid us aright. I give you 100 ducats, friend, for the loan of your shirt tonight. The merry blackguard lay back on the grass and laughed till his face was black. I would do it, good what? And he roared with the fun, but I haven't a shirt to my back. Each day to the king the reports came in of his unsuccessful spies, and the sad panorama of human woes passed daily under his eyes. And he grew ashamed of his useless life, and his maladies hatched in gloom. He opened his windows and let the air of the free heaven into his room. And out he went in the world and toiled in his own appointed way. And the people blessed him, the land was glad, and the king was well and gay. Thank you, children.